This man casually tossed out a bag of trash, but it accidentally hit a stray dog on the head. The dog thought this was food the man was giving it. In that moment, it decided this was its owner. From that day on, the stray followed him everywhere, but the man completely ignored it. The dog never gave up though. Rain or shine, it waited outside the man's door. The man was annoyed beyond belief, and heartlessly chased the dog away, even locking his gate tight. The dog had nowhere to go and could only huddle by a trash can, shivering in the cold rain. The next day, it still stubbornly followed behind the man, but he remained unmoved. Suddenly, a motorcycle sped past. A painful yelp came from behind. The man turned around to look. He paused for a moment, then turned and headed home. No one felt sad for a stray dog, except for a little girl. The little girl stared at the dog with tears in her eyes. Just as people were about to call animal control, the man came back on his motorcycle. To everyone's shock, he put the dog on his bike and took it to a vet hospital. Luckily, the dog received timely treatment and survived. But the doctor insisted the man take the dog home to care for it. The man quickly protested that he wasn't the dog's owner, just being kind. The doctor suggested, "You could try looking after it for a few days and I'll help you find a suitable adoptive family." The man reluctantly agreed and brought the dog home, but he regretted it almost immediately. The moment he got home, the dog jumped on the dining table and arrogantly devoured his entire dinner. That night, the dog barked non-stop at the window, keeping all the neighbors awake. The man struggled to calm it down, but every time he was about to fall asleep, the dog started howling again. This torture went on all night. By the time the dog finally stopped barking, his alarm clock went off, and the dog was sound asleep. Then he stepped in a surprise the dog left for him. At work, he was exhausted and couldn't focus at all. When he got home, the scene before him made him completely lose it. His place was absolutely trashed. The man finally had enough. He took the dog for a walk in the park, and when no one was looking, he unclipped the leash and snuck back home. But the moment he reached his front door, the doorbell rang. The little girl from next door stood outside smiling, returning the dog in her backpack. It was like karma. In the days that followed, the dog remained mischievous. It even stole his only pair of shorts. He had to chase the dog down the street wrapped in a bedsheet. The man was completely at his wit's end. He quickly called the doctor to ask if they'd found a family willing to adopt the dog. The doctor said they had. The man was overjoyed, but when he got home, he found the dog had trashed the place again. Just as he was about to blow up at the dog, the new adoptive family arrived. After witnessing the chaos, they turned around and left without a word. The lady flatly refused to adopt such a troublesome dog. The man was speechless. Just as he was about to give the dog a piece of his mind, he suddenly felt dizzy and collapsed on the floor. The dog panicked and kept pawing at his chest. Fortunately, the neighbors heard the commotion and called an ambulance. The dog anxiously chased the ambulance the whole way. No matter how dangerous the journey, it stayed close behind, never leaving his side. When the man woke up, not a single relative was by his side. But when he looked up, the dog was frantically pawing at the hospital room window, eyes full of worry. In that instant, he felt a depth of care he'd never experienced before, and it came from this little dog he'd been trying to keep out. From that day on, the man completely changed. Every day after work, he brought home delicious food for the dog, until one day, the doctor appeared again, this time with a new family who said they were willing to adopt the dog. If it were you, would you keep this stray dog? Follow me for a different movie story every day.